marketing actually means to marketers in India. Here's this gentleman walking the streets. He's there. He has a time on it, and it's a marketing proposition. That's where the marketers for most of the advertisers even have been run across. And that's a big shocker when you look at the industry today and really say that, you know what, digital is really evolving. But when you meet marketers, when you meet advertisers, they don't see that transcending onto in action. So what I see that real-time marketing lies on a bit of a fairy tale when you look at India's market. Marketers are stuck in the campaign mode. It's very, very true. I mean, I've not seen a single advertiser say that you want to do this real time. And whatever you may talk about, it's all about real time. So everything about campaign. You use data as old as 6 months or more to plan the next campaign. In the real-time world, you can't actually use data as old as 6 months to plan a campaign for real time. That's a big misconception. Campaigns are replicated. Every campaign that I've seen that has gone live in Indian market is actually the same one over and over and over again. So there's not much of an evolution taking place for real-time marketing to the future. Digital is very much stuck at the 5 to 7%. I'm not counting the e-commerce guys in the business. But when you look at the larger players who actually build the infrastructure or build the economy of the country, which are the banks, which are telecoms, which are real estate, and so on and so forth, they're not spending too much time on this. And of course, creative strategies have stuck in static, whatever is done on print, do it on online, whatever I'm doing on TV, do it on video. So there's not much of innovation coming in there as well. A lot of advertisers also feel that real-time marketing is actually just remarketing. Pick up that audience, show them the message again, and keep chasing him till the time he gives up or you give up. We really have one challenge in digital platform, and that's a very right example. And when we opened the session, we did not have a single case study coming out of the Indian market. So that really proves that we as marketers have really not challenged the platform as we're supposed to. We're still a last-click industry. A very valid point is that we made in the agenda that we will not look at the entire ecosystem as a whole, we just look at the last click and think that's a success metric for our campaigns. So that's another reason why data marketing is very important. And of course, our biggest driver in this industry is the relationship between agencies and clients. And what I've discovered is that both agencies and clients don't see eye to eye. So they have some fantastic ideas which kind of hit the dustbin pretty much sooner than they hit the online world. So it's a bit of a fairy tale, but it's not that bad as it sounds. We discovered that really wrong. In the real-time marketing ecosystem, I just want to simplify this and not really complicate the whole matter. There are 4 key elements in the real-time ecosystem. There is site analytics, which looks at what's happening on the site. There is something called reservation buy, where you buy online media as of today. There is programmatic buy, where you buy pretty much media in real time, which is on the big buzzword. And you have dynamic trading, which actually picks up data intelligence in real time. And all of that needs to sit on a very single platform, something I think everybody also resonates in the market, that you really need to move on to a singular platform which enables you to deliver real time. And we also did a research recently along with BCG saying that if you really start to consolidate the digital system to a single unified system, you not only gain efficiencies in terms of delivery, but you also gain efficiency in terms of operations so that you spend more time in doing smarter stuff and not spending too much time doing operating stuff. And that's where digital as of today may get stuck at, when you spend too much time just doing operational work. So in India, this is where we are today. Not many people are looking at analytics. Some tech guys are on the side, people are focusing on that. Programmatic is just picking up, this is kind of a gray area. Dynamic trading is pretty much not even talked about. So real-time marketing in essence is just like a reservation buy. I go buy media, just like how to buy media so far, and run my campaign. So it's a bit of a disconnect and maybe understand the best. So we must unlearn what we've learned so far about marketing, and if you really want to translate onto real-time marketing, you really need to focus on what are these tools and what are these technologies which enable you to achieve that. And what really I've started to put is to put the user in the center, not your brand, which normally happens when you start to plan your marketing campaign around it. But put the user in the center and then look at the different touch points that it goes through. Look at different ways of buying media, look at different ways of actually unifying that information into a single platform. That is the starting point for looking at real-time marketing messages. But I want to really focus on 4 key things. To really get into real-time marketing, you need 4 very essential things. A, you really have to have balls which you can do real-time marketing. You can't do real-time marketing based on 6 months data or based on something which is pretty much redundant by the time you launch it. You've got to have passion to do real-time marketing. You can't be risk averse and not step into real-time marketing thinking this this campaign will get into. It's something you will learn, you will evolve, the campaign will get better, and so will be the delivery of marketing objectives. And you've got to have some level of intelligence. This intelligence can come from your systems, your knowledge about the market, your knowledge about the industry, your peers, etc. Last but not least, most important, you need some money to run this campaign. So really getting successful on real-time marketing, you've got to have these four very essential elements as part of your marketing DNA as you take later on in real-time marketing. So I really want to focus on two very key things today, which are something near-term, which can actually go back and start implementing into your campaign. And really not wait for the future to happen. The future is happening right now, and it's just that we are the limiting factor from it happening. So I want to focus on programmatic creatives, something I think you may touch upon a bit. Of course, programmatic buying, which is a very big buzzword in the market. I'll start with talking a bit of a highlight on programmatic buying. And for most of the advertising world, it's nothing to tell you. The people are very puzzled. And over the last 8 years I've been in digital, every new year you've thrown to new technical term to know about, to be grappling with that. So most advertisers like, should I really focus on real-time marketing, should I focus on programmatic buying, what should I really focus on? Let's focus a bit on programmatic buying first. Marketing is all about where, when, and what, but also it's very important to look at who and why, which is why the intelligence of the audience kind of kicks in. And you can start to get that the moment you have a single platform delivering that information. And what programmatic buying really does today is bring in information or intelligence both from the publisher side of the business as well as the advertiser side of the business, something that you own as a brand or as a marketer. So in fact, it brings those synergies together. And the reason why programmatic really kick off is something from the US is because if you start to give advertisers or people like you and me better targeting of approaching your traffic ads. So of course, make inventory and audiences more easier to find. There will be less wastage of inventory, which is like a big problem. The numbers in India are as high as 50% of inventory is wasted. Even like the OTA example we learned that people care for new marketing. Imagine the amount of wastage that generates. And of course, if you're a cost-conscious advertiser, it generates a lower CPM for online advertising. So that's another reason why programmatic will kick off. And this is something which came out of programmatic hangout we did a couple of months ago. And it's the really advantage for you guys is that you get to decide where you want to buy, what you want to buy, and to whom you want to buy. So programmatic buying is one step towards real-time marketing. So what that is, gives you a massive scale, gives you a lot of information performance, efficiencies, precise targeting, and of course, transparency in the way this is working. And this is a view of what's happening across the globe. Where programmatic started way back in 2007 in the US, it's now touching almost 25% of this space coming back. If you look at another market like UK, it's also about 25%. India right now is nowhere to be seen because we're just starting off as yesterday. So there's a huge opportunity, and the rest of the world is really catching up with the way programmatic buying is scaling. So that's the next destination to buy media in real time. Coming back to the creative aspect of it, which is getting the right moments, I think that's the next bigger challenge for most of us, where most of the time our marketing strategies don't tie in that well with our creative strategies. And creative strategies in a real online world and real-time environment has to be very dynamic and can't be linear the way it is so far. It's the same message that goes across pretty much across the internet, across the same set of audiences. So we really need to embody the way programmatic creativity works. And for us, it's all about using data more creatively and making better ads out there, as well as looking at another way of rethinking the creative process that is currently in play in India as the way we look at it. So for us, a perfect ad is the right format, the right audience, the right message, and the right setting and context, and also the device, because now people are moving across devices. So a right ad will actually be sitting across all these four computers. And you can bring in different stuff from different ad servers, you can do templates, you can have systems which can learn and optimize these ads pretty much in real time. And you have the system been available for a couple of years in the market as well. But we really haven't gone that fast. And the other important aspect is the shift to creative process. What we saw about audio is pretty much real time. When you imagine doing that something like in India, it's going to be like 7 days before the campaign actually goes live. But they can do that in 7 minutes. And that's the true power of actually shifting in the way we look at creative process. What if you have a tool in which all you do is just go and change maybe a cell in Excel, and the messaging on the internet will get changed in real time. That's the shift that we want to bring in this power. So we live in a very newsfeed mentality. We kind of consume information on the go, as we all know. We have multiple touch points, multiple cultural aspects. In South of India will behave much differently than the North of India, in the West of India, and the East of India. We need to have communication strategies that apply for each of these cultural aspects. Life happens now. So internet consumption over the last couple of years has really gone up dramatically. So you really can't have a creative which you made 5 years ago, they work for you today. So you have to be real time game. And of course, 1,000 little moments make one big moment. A lot of advertisers think you do a big bang activity, and that is your branding strategy, and that can be the effective progress, I would say. But in real essence, it is all about making those very small moments count to make that one big moment a big marketing success. So that is the reason why we're saying that you need to shift in the way you look at your processes out of it. And in most cases, we've seen a huge jump by doing data marketing. This is a research coming out of the eMarketer last year. It talks about the moment you start doing data marketing in conjunction with the way you buy media or the way you create it, you see a huge uplift in the way people respond across the consideration metrics. So you have an upside of whatever you do. So how would it look like, if I really want to transcend these two examples or these two aspects of real-time buying into a business case that you and I can relate to? Let's look at a remittance business. It's a very popular one right now, given the way the currency is crashing, and these guys are catching on big time on the way the markets are behaving. So using intelligence, you know your audience. You know that this guy is consuming Indian news, and another guy is consuming Philippines news. So you know that this guy is an Indian, and this guy is a Filipino. You can actually go and buy these individual audiences through programmatic buy and show different messages using programmatic strategy. So the Filipino guy will see an ad with pesos, and the Indian guy will see an ad with INR. It's pretty much in real time. Click on the ad, go to the website, and you get some results out of it. Take it to the next level, something we all love, which is remarketing. How would that work in a remarketing scenario? You have two users, one guy who actually knows you, come to your site converted, another guy who never came to your site ever. So how do you actually then go back and talk to him using programmatic and using programmatic creative as well? So you show him an ad a couple of times, you see if it's a cabinet so that you will not show the ad over and over again, talk to him there. The other guy, you have intelligence that Indians tend to send or remit money either when the exchange rate is really attractive or is close to salary rate. Right? And you can have messaging strategies based on exactly those two intelligence targeting those audiences. So if it's a sudden rate change, you can actually show an ad pretty much real time. Or he's getting closer to his salary rate, you can show an ad pretty much exactly around that time and get him to come and transact with your website without having to waste all that inventory which goes out, just kind of trying to get him onto your website. Here's another example for CPG guys, consumer packaged goods. In our cases, there are about 3 or 4 brands. 3 or 4 brands will have 3 or 4 different budget lines, but they will have multiple views of the same customer. But what if using intelligence and technology, you can actually identify which was the male audience, which was the female audience, and pretty much change the messaging in real time. That's a very simple example of doing real-time marketing, but we get to see some sort of example that actually talking to real time. You can do messaging based on time, based on date. You pretty much can get outdated real time. And something like this is pretty successful with the likes of a pizza company or a restaurant, pretty awesome stuff. Here's another one, telecom. We have multiple servers, but if you actually look at any telecom tab, it's pretty much the same across every internet site. You click on the banner, you'll go to the website, and you eventually land up selecting the circle that you want. But what if I can actually make you change creative in real time and say that, what if I can show you a message from Maharashtra differently, an offer from Maharashtra differently versus an offer for Delhi without the need for you to go and create another creative from scratch, but a creative which has the intelligence to understand where the user is coming from and change the messaging on the site. A very, very simple example to take that and start implementing. So what? Just to kind of conclude, to me, I think real time is not as scary as we think it is. It's just being, at times we just go ahead of time and start thinking 2 years down the line when we really haven't fixed the problems in the next 2 months. So real time marketing is not about a future, it's about now, it's about tomorrow, it's about a day we spend like yesterday. So it's not as scary as we thought it is. You have to use the right technology to start solving those challenges today. You really can't defer those decisions anymore if you really want to get out of real time marketing at the platform. And you have to use data. You have to use data for your messaging, you have to use data for your reservation bias, and you have to use data for your programmatic.